Yoshua Heschel. Our Daf Yomi sponsor today is Yehuda and Bracha Buchwalter in commemoration of the 77th anniversary of the liberation of Buchenwald by the U.S. Third Army with incredible siyata d'shmaya. It's also important also for us to point out today is Yom Hashoah, and it's an interesting thing that very often, so Yom HaShoah in many communities is not, especially in many from communities, is not fully observed, often because Tisha B'Av is used as a day in which we commemorate the 6 million. I know, like, for example, here in the shul, when we do kinnis on Tisha B'Av morning, we put a very heavy emphasis on focusing on the 6 million Kedoshim, on focusing on the Holocaust. But it's always important whenever the world, and especially here, in Eretz Yisrael, it's an important day, and in the world in general, it's a Holocaust commemoration day. Whenever the 6 million Kedoshim are being remembered, we have a moral obligation to remember them as well. Whether we see this as the primary memorial day or a secondary, no such thing as a secondary day. Let me say it differently. Whether we use the halachic day of Tisha B'Av as our day to really focus on the loss, and today is kind of something secondary within our consciousness, we still have an obligation to remember. And we still have an obligation to do something. If the world is remembering, if the world is mourning, then we have an obligation to do so as well. A churban that is less than a century old, a churban that from the Jewish perspective has effectively occurred less than a century for the Jew is like yesterday. We always have an obligation to carry this incredible churban with us. We always have an incredible obligation to carry this incredible karban with us, the churban and the karban. And we should hope that in the merit of our Talmud Torah, all of the neshamas of the 6 million Kedoshim should have an aliyah. They should have a licht Gan Eden, and all of Klal Yisrael somehow, some way should experience a nechama. Let us begin.